We're going to start today's warm-ups with my favorite ever, monster walks. But today we're going to use a band. And I think what you have is a yellow band, would be the same lightness as this. This is just a white band. You're going to find your kneecaps and then put it right on top of, like right above those, not on top, above. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10. Make sure that you're low. So really stick your butt out. While you do these, the tendency is gonna want to be to do this. Fight it and come down low until you feel the burn in your butt as you do it. You can do them forward and backwards. Once you've done 3 sets of 10 with those, the next thing we're going to do is hip opener walks. So we've done these before. Ooh, I got a good pop. I get all my text messages when I start a video. With this one, just try and keep your body facing forward as you do it. So the next one is actually going to be a doorway stretch, 1 minute on each side. So I'm going to do it right here. In this doorway, you're going to take your arm and lean in here. Find the angle that makes your pec the tightest and hold that for 1 minute. I don't want you to do both arms at one time because you're going to have different spots on each side that need to be stretched. Like I said, I want you to hold each one of those for 1 minute. One arm's going to be higher, one arm's going to be lower, so I don't really want you to go in the door at the same time. Then the next thing that we're going to do is a deep lateral squat. And we're going to grab your band again. So we've been doing lateral squats, but we're going to do them with a little bit more resistance than we're used to. And we're going to do 3 sets of 10. So again, while we're in the squat position, be mindful of where your pelvis is. Don't tuck it too much this way, don't tuck it too much that way. Find your neutral. Mine's about right there. Bend your booty back. And make sure that with your booty back, your knees are not over your toes. This is going to burn really fast. So you might want to take some breaks between your sets. Again, you're going to want to start inching up. Don't inch up. Stay down. After you do 3 sets of 10s with those, you're going to do some good mornings, which are similar to deadlifts. The goal here is we're going to start with our feet facing forward, and we're going to lead with a hip hinge. So we want to keep our booty here. Slowly slide your weight. So I would suggest like an 8 to 10 pound weight down your leg until you start to feel a stretch in the back of your hamstrings, and then come back up. And when you come up, mentally think about engaging your glutes, because you actually want your glutes to be working more than your back. Otherwise, you will feel this a lot more in your back. So we want to recruit those glutes. And in order to do that, you have to just override your body and tell it, use the glutes to go back up. So as I go down, I'm going slow, slow, slow. Engage glutes. Come back up. Do 3 sets of 10 here. Go whatever speed you want to do. The next one is called a payloft press. And in order to do these, I would suggest getting any resistance band. I'm going to use a red one. You're going to shut that guy in the door. Yes. Okay, so when you shut that in the door, or you can tie it around something, doesn't matter. You're going to walk your band out until you feel like you have tension. Once you have tension, come into a squat. Again, with that squat, really lean your booty back. Find a hip neutral spot here. And then your 3 sets of 10 are just going to bring your arms out, maintaining that position with your arms, and back in. So 3 sets of 10 here. And go deeper into your squat. And if you feel like that's not enough resistance, you can always come out further here. I have more resistance here. And then your next set, you can do with more resistance, just being further away. And again, it doesn't have to be shut in a door. It can be wrapped around something. Just make sure that it's tied tight or looped tight. I like to use my bed frame to loop it because I know that my bed isn't going to go anywhere. Our next ones are going to be clamshell. I know these ones are hard, but this actually makes our glute med work the hardest when our glute max is doing everything in squats. So we're going to lay down with our back completely against the wall, feet together and against the wall. And then with this, if this is becoming too easy for you, congratulations. Put a band here between your knees while you're doing this. If this is still a challenge for you, then don't, because this is still a challenge for most people. Doing these right is really hard, and a lot of people recruit the wrong muscles if you're not against a wall. So I do really, really want you to go against the wall while your body is still learning not to cheat, because my body cheats, and the wall helps me to stay using the muscles that need to be used. You're going to feel it up at the very top of your butt right here. If you're not using the right muscle, your body's going to be leaning forward and you're going to be using something called your TFL right here. That's why we keep our back completely against the wall when we use it. Because everybody needs their glute med to work in order for stable gait and keeping your femur inside of your pelvis correctly. Okay, your next ones are going to be side to side bends. You can have 2 weights, any weight. I suggest a 5. While we're in this position of standing, holding a weight on either side, I want you to bring your shoulders back, up and back, so that you're in the good position. And then from here, you're gonna just come down on each side. That's 1. 2, 3, and you're just gonna go as far down as feels comfortable. You don't need to force it. Since these are kettlebells, I'm going past my knee, but kettlebells are longer than a hand weight. So you're just gonna go down until you're bent about as much as I am. Like, just make it comfortable, don't make it uncomfortable. And then after you're done with these, which will take a while, we're gonna do bridges. And with bridges, keep one of your weights. So I'm gonna do my bridge here so that you can see. And then just remember, I keep my bridge right at the bottom of my ribs here. Remember, recruit your glutes, so engage those big glute muscles. Come up. Keep your pelvis neutral, so don't stick it here, don't stick it there, just in the middle somewhere. And then your weight here on top of your belly. And once you kind of learn where that pelvis needs to go, I want you to do 3 sets of 10. And don't force your height either. Come up enough so that you're completely and really gauging your glute, but you don't want to overextend your back. I know that sounds like a lot. So just concentrate on engaging your glute as you go up and keeping that pelvis neutral. And essentially, we're trying to learn the difference between sore and pain. Okay, next thing's next. Once you've done 3 sets of 10 for that, we are done with our main thing. We're gonna roll. So I'm gonna roller. First thing that we're gonna roll is our glutes. And as you know, we roll everything for 1 minute. Sitting on our glutes. Figure 4 position. Find the aspect of the glute that screams at you the most. I have one right there that hurts like crazy town. Keep it there for 1 minute. Once you've done one side, you always got to do other side because we are bilateral people. Except for we're asymmetrical bilateral people, so it's always going to be a little bit different on each side. This week we're also going to roll our TFL, which is the muscle on the top of our hip here. Goes into the IT band that goes onto the side, so this is the one that wants to work instead of our glute a lot of the time. This is kind of going to tell us if we are working that one too much. So just come to the top of your hip. Oh, yep, mine is really sore, which means I need to do a better job at using my glute med and strengthening my glute med to keep my hip stable. So you're just going to keep that for 1 minute, and this is fire for a lot of people. This hurts so extremely bad for most people. They're going to hold their stress and tension here. Because when we get stressed, we want to go really fast. And we recruit more muscles when we want to go fast. I'm going to come over on this side, and for me, it's a little bit lower on this side. So just find your spot. Keep it there for 1 minute. I'm not timing these. I'm not doing a minute for the video. I do want you to time them and do 1 minute for you. Studies show that's about the length of time that it takes for that fascia to let go. Okay, the last thing here is cobra. And then this one you're just going to hold for 1 minute as well. Once you're done there, go ahead and get up, or just keep stretching and rolling if you want to. Congratulations.